Good evening to all of you. Can you all see me and hear me? If you can, just put a yes in the chat box or give me a digital thumbs up. Good evening, Sandhya, Priyadarshini, Rabia, Sarita. Good evening to all of you. Good evening, Chitra, Pooja, Priyanka. Okay. So, Akanksha, good evening. Good evening to all of you. Shivani, good evening. Ankita, Batul, good evening. It would be nice in case if you can put it in the main chat box, Batul, because I will not be able to shift between this one. So you can put it in the main chat box to everyone. Right? Good evening, Prashansi. Good evening, Anjali. Good evening, Sabrine. Good evening. We'll just wait for 2 minutes and then we will start. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just wait for some more people join in and then we will start. Okay, I think it's time and we can start off. So, welcome all of you to this session, and I wish all of you are excited to know something more about what we are going to do today, right? Welcome all of you once again to this session. I'm just sending in a poll, so please kindly fill up that right now um, so that I can get to know you better. I think you can see the poll, so kindly put in your answers. Okay, great, great. I can see the response coming in. So please put in the response, all of you. Okay, for those of you who have put in others, please kindly let me know which subject it is. You can put that in the chat box. Those of you who have put in others can just put in the chat box which subject you teach. Okay, great, great. I can see a lot of responses coming in. Very nice. Thank you all very much. Yep, okay. Physics, English, chemistry. Okay, so I'm getting all teachers here. Maths is there, physics, chemistry, ICT. So we're going to do some activities where I would expect all of you to participate and would like to get your viewpoints on certain subjects, right? So your topic of interest. Right, great. So fantastic. Sandhya, please avoid writing on my screen because it distracts me. Uh, yeah, thank you. Okay, right, fantastic. Right, so very nice. Thank you all very much for participating in the poll and welcome once again to this session on the workshop for teachers, STEM workshop, build, explore, and innovate with STEM for a future ready classroom. Before we start off, I would just like to tell you all that I've kept you on mute for the time being. That is only temporary. Later on, I will be switching on the mic as well. It is only to ensure that all of you are free from distractions during the session. Okay. Now that we have conducted this workshop quite a few times, this is possibly the 30th odd website, this workshop which we are conducting, and we got a very good response. So I would like all of you to participate in it. And this is a session where we keep limited number of people compared to what normally we do. Right. So uh, let's move ahead just to introduce ourselves. We update, we uplift, we upkeep, we upgrade, we upskill. We are up educators. We have academic partnership with Google Education Partner, Cambridge International, Skills for Innovation, MEPSC, NASCOM, STEM accredited, and ETHE endorsed. So we have academic partnership with so many organizations. We are India's leading institute to offer instructor-led training courses to educators. We upskill educators to focus on 21st century pedagogy, AI tools, innovative teaching practices, and digital tools. Our goal is basically for upskilling to ensure and enhance learning experiences and improve learning outcomes. So, moving ahead, just a minute. Yeah, we have trained over 50,000 plus educators over a period of time. We also have trained educators from over 20,000 schools and colleges right around the world. We have trained teachers from around 25 countries. We have trained the teachers. Uh, we have the largest teacher community on social media with over 5 lakhs plus followers in India. And we have recently, this is just a visual of what has happened yesterday. I would just like to show you a small thing over here. This is what we have just recently got. This is for yesterday, right? So if you can see the screen right now, which I'm sharing with you, we have been recognized by Education at Economic Times for Teacher Professional Development Excellence at ET Education Excellence Award 2026. As you can see, the date is of 21st July 2026. You can see this date here. So this is just yesterday, right? So just recently. Now, so this is what we are actually, right? So we are proud to be a part of the transformation which is taking part in this country. And now to give you an idea about your trainers, about me personally, my name is T. Anil Gangadharan. I am a retired flight engineer from the Indian Navy. I have over 36 years of teaching experience. I have been teaching physics and chemistry for JEE and NEET entrance examinations. I am a STEM and robotics trainer at Up Educators. I am Google certified educator level 1, level 2. I have about 18 odd certifications and licenses, including Science of Cooking from Harvard and certificate in urban air mobility from Technical University of Munich, and quite a few other courses, including IBM Design Thinking Practitioner, etc. Right now, this is the aircraft which I used to be flying when I was in the Indian Navy. And this is the cockpit of that aircraft. If you can see the cockpit, it has, if you can see it, there is this two pilots and the co-pilot seat is what you're seeing. Pilot seat and the co-pilot seat, and in between is the seat of the flight engineer. And the front panel, what you see over here in the front, is the one which I used to be. Yeah, Chitra, can you not hear me? Can others hear me? I think Chitra is unable to hear me. What about others? Can you all hear me? Okay, Chitra, just kindly check your audio. I think there's a problem there. Others can hear. So I think there's a problem at your end, possibly. Just check that and let me know. Okay. So this is the this is the cockpit of the aircraft which you're seeing. Between these two seats, the pilot and the co-pilot seat, is the flight engineer seat, which has been pulled back. And what you're seeing in the front is the controls of all the four engines. And on top here, you can see the fire extinguisher system, which is for the four engines which are there on the aircraft. So this is generally what I used to be doing once upon a time. And this is the aircraft which I am flying right now as a drone pilot and drone instructor, right? And this is the control of that aircraft. Now, why did I put this whole thing over here? The reason why I put this over here is because to just tell you that once upon a time, this aircraft was doing a lot of jobs which today the drone is doing. If you must be seeing that all over the country, there are a lot of flyovers being built, roads being built, etc., etc. Where is all this money coming from actually, right? What has changed in our country since long? So what happened is this aircraft, which the Indian Navy is using, or rather was using, this aircraft used to carry 26,500 kgs of fuel at one stretch. 26,500 kgs of fuel, right? Now you can imagine aviation turbine fuel, that extent, what will be the cost of that fuel? Huge amounts of money. This aircraft was used for civilian purposes also, like survey, mapping, photography, search and rescue, such other missions. This aircraft was being used, right? So the government needed us to do these kind of jobs as well. Now you can imagine all that job is being done by the drone now. So 26,000 kgs of fuel being burnt, right? The airport at Mopa in Goa and the Cochin International Airport, before they were built, they were all mapped by this aircraft. The mapping and survey was done by this aircraft. Now the same thing is being done with the help of drones. Now drones require only a few batteries, right? And their photography is much, much clearer than what this aircraft would produce. So you can imagine the amount of crores of rupees which have been saved by the government of India. Why has all this happened? And this has happened only because of the shift in technology, right? The shift in technology. It is not any individual's greatness. It is that technology is building up, right? And we teachers have to be a part of this entire change which is happening. Otherwise, we will be left behind, right? So we teachers have to gear up to be a part of this. We should keep ourselves abreast with what is happening, and STEM education is the only way out, right? So get ready for that. We have an exciting session going on now, and let's all enjoy this. And I request all of you to be a part of it and participate in it, right? Because I always have believed that the more you learn, the more your students learn, right? So let's move ahead to understand. Now, I want all of you to answer me. There are just a few of you, and let's be a little more open, and you will really enjoy this session. I want all of you to tell me, what is your mission as a teacher? What is your mission as a teacher? You can put it in the chat box. I would love to hear from you. What is your mission as a teacher? Yep. Rabia, Amit, Sarita, Priyanka, Chitra, Mamta. I wish it's okay if I call you by your first name. All right. To inspire and motivate students to develop scientific temper, to create innovative learners. Great, fantastic. Yep, go ahead. Others can put in quickly. Children should feel inspired in school and to learn, be lifelong learners, to empower learners to become independent learners. Great, clear the concepts of each students of my class. Okay, as a teacher, I want to make education more approachable, all kinds of learners. Great, Shivani. Okay, reaching the minds of the students and support them reach their aim. Fantastic. Right, reaching the minds of students. Great, lifelong learners. Great, great, fantastic. To be able to teach them in a way they can enjoy and learn. All of you are really great teachers, right? Great teachers, right? So let's look into it. Now, when you look at this picture, when you look at this picture of the national flag and you being a part of this great nation, what would you think something more that you can do as your role? Does it not really change you a little bit more? Don't you feel that it is something more than what you see in the class, isn't it? Right? Just ask yourself this question every day when you get into the class. What can I do today that I motivate my students to be innovators of tomorrow? Right? What can I do today that I motivate my students to be innovators of tomorrow? So the moment you ask this question, your approach to the class changes, and it changes drastically. Because if you want your students to be innovators of tomorrow, your teaching techniques, your thought processes should be different. You're not going to teach them just about the theory which is given in the class or just for the sake of the exams. Because you know in the heart of your heart that these children will be innovators of tomorrow and do something for the country, right? So that essentially is and will should be our vision and our goals, right? So let's move ahead with this thing in mind, that how we can create innovators of tomorrow, right? Yesterday's classrooms were essentially designed for rote learning, right? Passive reception, where students are sitting on one side and teachers are teaching, right? Textbook exercises were given, but right now things are changing. Things are changing because of the NEP 2020, and now it is more about hands-on exploration, problem solving and real world challenges. And then you will now notice that education and learning process is taking place everywhere, in the house, on the streets, in the classroom, everywhere, right? And so we teachers, you and me, have got to be at par with them, and we need to support them and be on their side. And the only way out is to be able to learn every day. And as somebody said here already, that we are lifelong learners, right? So let's move ahead with this thing in our mind. How many of you have seen this toy? How many of you have seen this toy or played with it even? If you have seen it, if you have played with it, please let me know. Yeah, Sandhya, I can see you put your hands up. Okay, anybody else seen it? Sarita, yes. Okay, Pooja has seen it, I believe. Pooja has raised your hand. Is it for asking me a question or is it to say that you have seen it? I would like if you can put in the chat box. Jaydev, seen it. Vivo, I don't know your name. No, accidentally you have not seen it. Pooja, okay, fine. This was a toy actually. Okay. All right. So this essentially, okay, have seen it. I have seen it. Okay, fine. Shivani, you have seen it. Yeah, your children have it. Good. Shivani, where did you get it from? From Amazon or is it from the local market? Yeah. Okay. Right. Amazon. Okay. Nice, nice. So you have some innovative toys in your house, right? Good, good, good. Okay. Now, what would this toy do? Right. And now, Shivani, after you go back, you're going to tell them what you saw today, right? You're going to tell your children this, right? Or maybe you could ask them what I asked you. Okay. Now, this toy is the basically you put that thing inside and then there's a fan and you move it with your hand like this up. The fan rotates and goes up, right? That is what it is about, right? Now, tell me one thing, all of you. Have you seen this? Oh, I'm sure. I'll just switch on your maybe your voice for some time. Okay. Yeah, you can unmute also and say me. Okay, you can unmute yourself, and I think it will be better if you can talk also. But only thing is that please don't keep it on when not required. Okay, I believe that you will follow that discipline so we can have this. Okay, so how many of you have seen this toy? Yeah, sorry, this is obviously not a toy. How you have been using it, right? Okay, now can you tell me, is there a connection between these two? Anybody can switch on your mic and speak out, no problem. I switched on I have unmuted you, so you can go ahead. Yeah, is there any connection between these two?
They both work on the centrifugal force.
Okay, they work on centrifugal force. Fantastic. That is that they got a spiral, and when you pump that what do you call that mop, right? The thing rotates, right? All of you are okay with that? Fine, fantastic. Now what happens is now this toy my father purchased for me when I was in 7th standard. Okay. I purchased the same toy for my son when he was in 7th standard. And I'm dead sure that my son, who is now married, he will also purchase the same toy for his child and say that my father played with it, I played with it, you also play with it. 4 generations have been playing with this toy. But interestingly, the Chinese guys have taken this toy from us, right? They have taken this toy from us and converted into a mop and given it back to us, right? We are still playing with that toy, right? We are not seeing the possibility of innovation in everything which we see around us. That is what we need to change. It took us 2 years for some company like Milton in India to duplicate this thing, which the Chinese were flooding our markets, right? So this is what we need to change. That is precisely the purpose of this session. How we can do that, how we can create innovators of tomorrow, right? Now this particular robot, this was Perseverance, which was landed on Mars, right? Then you have this COVID vaccine, which was developed during the COVID period. This is a robotic arm, which is used for surgery. And this is your windmill and solar energy panels. Now tell me, do you think one branch or one particular field of science will be able to develop any of these? Any of these? Will any one branch, let's say mechanical or electrical or electronics or telecommunication or whatever, can any one branch be able to develop this, or any scientist will be able to do it? Absolutely not possible. Absolutely not possible. Which means that one individual or one physics or one chemistry or one mechanical or electronics will not be able to develop all this, right? But when we teach them, we are teaching them in isolation. We are not linking all the things right from first, second standard onwards, right? And as we go ahead, we are teaching the moment maths teacher goes out, a science teacher come in. Now I want you to think about it. I want you to just think about it, okay? Just visualize this. Maybe you can close your eyes also and visualize it. That there are so many boxes, okay? 5 or 6 empty boxes. I want you to think about this. The child is sitting in one box, right? And you are sitting along with the child in that box, and the box is closed. And you call it the maths box. Okay. After 40 minutes of your interaction, you come out of the box and the child jumps into another box, and there is another teacher sitting there waiting for him, and it's called the science box. Now, the child is now shifted to a new box where he forgets about what happened there. And then he goes into a history class and forgets totally what this was happening here. This boxing is what is happening in our schools today. Now imagine a situation where you open up all these boxes and all the flat boxes are lying, and the child can move around during the class between these boxes. All the teachers are there, all the boxes are there, but all of them are open. Now, it doesn't matter it is a science class or a maths class, there is no such class. It is a STEM class. That's it. It's a STEM class, right? That is what the future of education should be. Only then a child can think about all these possibilities. And I'm going to take you through a journey in this process during our session, right? And then we will do some practicals. We will do some hands-on exercises. Are you all excited? Yes or no? Just put in a yes in the chat box if you are. Right? And I wish all of you are able to get my language. Am I going too fast? Or, you know, if you're uncomfortable, please let me know. Right? Okay, fine. Now, why is STEM important? Why is STEM important? Let's understand that point first of all. Why is it important? Because India is moving from a knowledge economy to an innovation economy. And we, teachers, are the drivers for that, right? And if you give me the level of importance, I have been teaching students of JEE and NEET at 11th and 12th standard level, physics and chemistry. But I have also taught 9th standard. But in my 36 years of teaching experience, I have found that teaching classes below 9th standard was a big challenge for me. And that's the reason why anytime I find a kindergarten teacher or a KG section or a first standard, second standard teacher, I have a lot of respect for them. And because they are the ones who are taking that whole responsibility, right? It's very, very difficult. You have to be a mother, you have to be a teacher, you have to be everything, packed into one. And I salute each one of you for being great teachers. India is moving from a knowledge economy to an innovation economy. AI and automation are replacing all repetitive work. And that's interesting. Can you all tell me one repetitive work which you have done today? Not in the school. Not in the school. Any repetitive work which you did other than in the school today? Tell me one. Specific, huh? Be specific. One repetitive task which you are doing every day. Quickly. Are all of you able to hear me? Yeah. I can see some answers have come in. Attendance, school, house, in the house, cooking. Yeah, fantastic. Amit, cooking. Okay. Anjali, yes, cooking. Fantastic. Sarita, taking waste bin out. Okay, fantastic. You have been too very deep into it. Fantastic. Yeah, very good. Anybody else? Okay, in cooking, what did you do? In cooking, what did you do? Doing the dishes. Okay, in cooking, what did you do? Like making chapati or making a dal, right? Making rotis, right? Washing your vessels, washing your clothes. Now tell me, how many of these are automated? Washing machine is there, dishwashers are there, right? What else? Now you ask yourself, what else can be automated? What else? What is the works that you're doing which can be automated? Reading books, Vasudha, great. Can you tell me how reading books can be automated? Vasudha, how reading books can be automated? You know what? I know most of you must be aware about that. That there is one app, Spotify. Spotify. I'm a big fan of that. Right? I wish all of you know about that app, Spotify. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Spotify or audiobooks are there. They will read it for you. What is that reading it out for you? It is automation only, nothing else. Right? So now you'd see almost everything is getting automated, right? So what have you got to look for? You have to search for things which have not yet been automated and think of way to do that. And you know what? We have got something very typical in India. Can you tell me what is that which we have which others don't have? Can you tell me that? There's something very interesting which we have but other countries do not have. Simple thing. You take a samosa. Which other country in the world has got samosas? So, and US or UK or Italy or Japan or France is not going to automate samosas because that thing will not sell in their market. So, for us, making samosa machine would be an automation. Idlis, only we make, right? So, which means we have a unique advantage at some places, right? That can be automated. So, automation is happening. Bisakti, Dev, kindly please do not draw on my screen. It is distracting me. Okay. Next is students need a problem solving ability more than memorization. Right? Students need problem solving ability more than memorization. What is this problem solving ability? And I will give you one simple example. Can somebody tell me, Bisakti, De, kindly please refrain. I request you once again. It is distracting me. I'm finding it very difficult. Okay. Right. So, students need problem solving ability more than memorization. Can somebody help me understand what is this problem solving ability and how do we improve upon that? How do we improve upon the problem solving ability? Yeah.
So give them the real life situation and then we can discuss with the students.
Fantastic. Very good. Who is this? Please introduce yourself.
So I am Priyanka.
Priyanka, yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Jyoti says it is with real-time examples. Okay, fantastic. Now, I'll tell you this problem-solving ability, those of you who are having children at home, right? You could think about this very interesting thing. Now, yeah, I had a mother who would come and tell me, you know, my son is very, very obedient. Whatever you say, he will do it. So then I just had a talk with the child and I asked, and this is something which you can think about. Very interesting thing. What happens when you tell your child? The mother told the child, go to the market and buy some vegetables. Let's say, for example, cauliflower. Okay, the mother told the child, buy cauliflower from the market. So the child takes a cycle, goes to a particular shop, which the mother said, and he finds that the cauliflower is not there. Right? Now ask yourself, if it was your son who is going or a daughter who was going, what do you think the child would be doing or should be doing? Right? So one possibility is the child comes back and says, Mama, the cauliflower was not there. Fantastic. Good. Another child will think of going to the next shop and asking for cauliflower, right? And then if he doesn't get there, he goes all around the place searching for cauliflower, and ultimately he'll find one and bring it. There is a third child which will go to the shop and find the cauliflower is not there, and go to the next one and find cauliflower is not there. And then he will analyze that what was the problem actually. So there is a guest coming home, mama needs to make something. So instead of cauliflower, can I buy some other vegetable and come? Problem solving ability. But very important point. When the child buys carrots and come home in place of cauliflower, if you shout at him, why did you bring this? You should have come back, or something like that. That is the end of problem solving ability. You simply appreciate him and say, fantastic, I am glad that you understood that I wanted carrots in place of cauliflower. That will help him improve his problem solving ability. I wish you're getting my point. This is precisely what we need to do. Done? Ask yourself, do your students do that? Will your child do that? Because at the end of the day, the student sitting in the class is also your children only, right? So students need problem solving ability more than memorization. STEM develops adaptability. What is that? Adaptability is what somebody had just before some time said, jugaad, right? Somebody gave a beautiful, that word came in jugaad. So precisely that, in beautiful English jargon, high funda language, your adaptability. In India we call it jugaad, simple si baat hai, right? We get adapted to that situation. Hamare paas ye nahi hai, we will use that, no problem, right? That is adaptability. STEM develops adaptability, right? And most importantly, STEM builds curiosity driven learning. Children will be more curious to know more and better. They will start asking questions, right? And they will be anxious to know more. Now tell me, are you ready to give them all that they need, right? Are you there to fulfill their curiosity? And that essentially is the essence of a great teacher, right? That essentially is the qualities of a great teacher. To be able, and I'm not saying that you need to know everything. Koi zarurat nahi hai. But you should be courageous enough to say them that, okay, I don't know this, I will find it out and tell you, and the next day you just find it out and tell them. STEM is important. Now tell me one thing, all of you, and this is a thought process again. I want you to tell me what you see in this picture. What do you see in this picture? Yep. What is it that you see in this picture? You can switch on your mics and speak, no problem. We are very few of us. Only STEM develops.
Sir, I think a daughter, mother, and her grandmother, these three are in the kitchen and they are preparing food.
Right. Now, somebody had told me once before, and before somebody else comes up and tells me this.
With that time, the method has been changed.
Great. Before you come up with it or somebody comes up with it, let me tell you that this has got nothing to do. Somebody had asked me, sir, why only women are doing work in the kitchen? Why can't men be shown this? Okay, I'm really sorry for that. That picture was made like this, and you can see that symbol down at the bottom, Google Gemini. Okay, Gemini prepared it for me. Okay, now anyway, so what I'm trying to show here is that the three generations. The grandmother is using the stone and pestle to do the same job what her daughter is doing in the machine, that is in the mixer grinder. Her daughter is having a ready-made idli batter or dosha batter which is there in a packet, and she is making the dosha, right? So three generations. This is how change is taking place all over the world, right? Now tell me, if you were to imagine this little girl's daughter, okay, the next generation which is yet to be born, what they will be doing. Can you think about it? What her daughter will be doing?
Machine will make the dosa. She will not stand in the kitchen to make dosas.
Repeat once again.
Machine will make the dosa. She will not stand in the kitchen to make the dosa. She can use the
Fantastic.
time somewhere else.
I like that. I like that. Now I'm glad that oh yes, this is also printable dosha. Print eatable dosha. That is what I'm looking for. Veena, Swiggy or Zomato is already there. I want you to tell me what will happen 10 years from now. All right. This girl's daughter
Sir,
is
can you hear me?
pardon?
Sir, my name is Aishwarya. I just would like to add one point here. As we have nowadays 3D printers, so maybe in upcoming years we can have 3D food printers where you can draw
Correct.
some food and you can get it.
Correct. Now I want you to start thinking, not only you to think, right? Give this thought to your students. One day sit with them for 15 minutes and tell them, think. Show this picture, something like this, right? Take this picture to the class and show it to them and tell them what next. What will be the next generation doing? They are actually those students which you're having in the class today are this girl's generation. So you have to ask them to think 10 years from now, what is the possibilities? Help them do that. Now, once you think, okay, you said me printable doshas. Okay, where that machine does everything. Now you have to figure out how that machine will look like, what it will be doing, how it is making the dosa. Can it make including idlis also in that? Can it make the chutney also whole thing into one? Or can we have a robot standing here? Somebody else will think that way.
Sir,
Then all of
actually,
you together,
sir,
all of you together should create a kitchen of the future.
sir,
Yeah,
actually the dosa maker it's already there in the market. It is not there in the picture, but it is already there in the market and people are using it.
perfect, perfect, perfect. If that is there today, then what will be there 5 years from now? So that machine won't be there. Something else will come. What is that something? That is what you have to imagine, right? So the moment you start thinking that way, something which does not exist today, maybe you do not know about it, but some idea came to your mind. Now tell me one thing. You said me that there is a dosha making machine in the market, right? But maybe the 30 students sitting in your class did not know about it. But one of them come up and say, yes, ma'am, we will make one dosa making machine. He is an innovator. Why he is an innovator? Because he didn't know that this machine exists, but it came out from his brain. That time, don't tell him it exists. Tell him what a fantastic idea. And let us check whether it is available in the market. That will encourage him. That is how you constitute this innovative thinking mentality. The moment you tell him, "Arey nahi chodo, ye machine to hai already," right? Then what happens is that child will think, "Arey yaar, everything I think will be there in the market already. मैं क्यों सोचता हूं फिर?" है ना? That thought process, right? Go back and think about something new, right? Tell them what will happen in the future. Give them this imagination. That is how we create innovators of tomorrow. Now tell me one thing. Sadly, what do Indian students lack the most today? What do they lack?
Critical thinking.
Yep. और बोलो. Critical thinking. और बोलो. Anything else? What else do you think?
Application based knowledge. They know the concept, but they cannot apply the concept when it comes to their
Application.
life.
Fantastic. Anjali, application. Yeah. Anybody else? Creativity. Fantastic. Creativity. So if we summarize
Patience
the,
to think.
yeah, go ahead.
The patience, like they give up easily.
Patience, fantastic. Patience, resilience, right? Resilience, problem solving ability, taking responsibility, right? Confidence, right? First point, confidence. They lack the confidence. And when people say that startups are a problem solving, yeah, good, correct, very nice. When we say that our startups are failing and people are all, now what's happening out there? Why all that hangama that is going on there? Now people
So
are,
also one more point, like hands-on activities or practice.
pardon?
Hands-on activities.
Hands-on activities. Okay. Now, what is happening is people are all running around for jobs. Why do they want to run around for jobs? Why can't they do their own businesses? Why can't they set up something of their own? Most of the time, people are not confident about the knowledge they have themselves. Most of the time. 90% of the time, that is the situation. They want to have a job where the responsibility will be of the manager of the company. They will direct and I will do his job. Right? So that is the kind of thing. That is because lack of confidence. Next is creativity, something new. We are very good at copying. There is an Uber in America. We have an Ola here. They have an Amazon there. We have a Flipkart here. Right. So we are very good at copying things, and maybe we'll improve it, but creativity, something new. We can't think what will happen 10 years from now. And that's because we have not been taught that way. And then problem solving ability. That's, I told you already, what is problem solving? Communication skills, being able to communicate their ideas, and then critical thinking. These are some of the points. There can be a lot many more. I just put few of them. Right. So these are things which our students are really lacking somewhere. And that is where we need to Jaydev, where this data has come from? Oh no, this is based on my personal experience, and all this what you're seeing, most of it is not from anywhere. It is my personal experience of 36 years of teaching. And that I have put together a few of the points. Right, Jaydev? Right. Okay. Now, because I have noticed these things happening, I have seen my own children, right? My own children. My son, who is an engineer, and he's also done his master's. My daughter is an MD in pediatrics, and looking at all of them and their growth, and then being with students, thousands of students over my lifetime, I have really seen this thing, right? Now, what is STEM? What is STEM? STEM involves science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Science is understanding the world around us. Technology is using the tools to solve the problems. Engineering is about designing the solutions. And mathematics is logical reasoning and measurement. Now tell me, how much of this are we actually doing in the class? I'm talking about today. You might tell me this year, 2025, 26. Yes, we started with something little more, in a formal manner. But was it all there when we were students? And I tell you, our generation of teachers, you and me, we are, I think we can say, the most confused, or the most, what you can call that as, we are really the sad generation. The reason is because, why I say this is because we learnt in the old system and we are expected to teach in the new system. Isn't that really going to be the toughest thing to do? Right? We learnt in the old generation and we are expected to teach in the new generation, being controlled by a generation which is even more older. You might be having a principal or a manager or something like that sitting on top, who must be 60, 65 years of age, who would come possibly and tell you that when I was in the school, that time this happened. And you go listening all that thing, you go to the class and the child tells you, thank you, ma'am, we know it. I know Google Gemini is there, ChatGPT is there, we know how to do it. Thank you very much. What do you do? Am I right? Am I right? Do you all agree with me?
But I also feel, wouldn't that always be the case? Like even in next generation, that gap is always going to be there, right?
No, but this, yes, I fully 100% agree with that the gap is always going to be there. But the gap which is existing today, the kind of the speed which things are changing since 2023 onwards or 24 onwards, since the time ChatGPT came into the market, AI has been pushed into the market. Since then, things have changed drastically. So that change which is taking place on a daily basis, right? Today, just before I sat here, in this group of up educators, we had somebody, our AI team, somebody sent one small clip and said that this is made by using Gemini, Google, right? new program, new AI thing Google has launched today, 2 days back. Immediately, I wanted to be in touch with that because I don't know, one of you might ask me this question. So I immediately created a video of 10 seconds, used Canva to link it and make it into 30-second video and submitted it in my group. Right? Because I have to be present. I have to be available with all that knowledge right now. Right? So that is the speed with which things are changing. Okay. Now moving ahead. Okay. For biology teachers, and now I want all of you to participate in this. And I like that many of you are participating. And I think I'm getting one of the best batches where I've had this session. I want bio teachers to come up and tell me, or science teachers to come and tell me, what do you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture?
Wilting of a plant.
Wilting of a plant. Fantastic. Are you a bio teacher or science teacher by any chance?
Sir, bio and chemistry both.
Fantastic. Very good. So, yeah, anybody else would like to tell me something more that you see in this? If you have to describe this, you have to take a class of 15 minutes on this topic. What would you say? Just this picture on the screen. For 15 minutes, you have to give a lecture on this. What did it look like?
Wilting, we can describe turgor pressure and the, as ma'am said, guard cells.
Good, good. Who is this? Who is this?
So Prashansi.
Repeat once again.
So with this, we can also describe them the turgor pressure that maintains the shape of the cells.
Okay, shape of the cells. Prashansi, very good. Great, great, great. Okay. Something more anybody would like to say? So the water is not there in the pot and therefore the pressure is not there. The stomatal openings are not opening up. They are collapsing, because of which the respiration is not taking place and the plants are dying. Is that okay? Bio. Fine. You explained this, why it is drying up. Now, chemistry teacher, can you some chemistry teacher tell me what are we seeing in this? What are we seeing? Repeat.
Electrolysis.
Electrolyte. Yeah. How did you know that it is an electrolyte?
We have a solution, and within which we have 2 electrodes dipped, and the electrodes are connected to the battery, and we are measuring the current as well.
Fantastic. So what is that one thing which tells you importantly in this figure right now that it is an electrolyte?
Current.
Current is passed through the solution.
And the bulb is glowing.
Yes.
The bulb is glowing. So if the bulb was not glowing, then it is a non-electrolyte, correct?
Correct.
Fantastic. So this is an experiment to check, to know that the ions are moving inside the electrolyte and conductivity is there in the electrolyte. So which means if it was a non-electrolyte, the current would not be flowing, and you are explaining this in a chemistry class. Done? Done? Right. Let's move ahead. Now, any physics teacher could come in and tell me what this picture will represent. What this picture will represent. Yeah, anybody physics teacher here? Any physics teacher? So this we are talking about torque. That is applying a force, load into load arm or force into a perpendicular distance. So that will give us torque, and that is the reason for turning the tap, right? So when you apply a force perpendicular to the distance or the radius, you're getting a turning moment of force, which is called as torque. So this is used for opening the taps. So this is physics, right? Any maths teacher around here? Any maths teacher? Yeah. So these are 3 problems. I'm not expecting you to solve it, but these are 3 maths problems, all related to a pump giving out water, how many deciliters of water is given out, etc. So I'm not expecting you to solve it, but these 3 questions are the same question at the 6th standard level, 8th standard and 10th standard level, right? So 3 different levels, same question about how much of time will be required for a pump to push out water. All this is calculations, right? Mathematics related to water, right? Now tell me, what about this one? right? What about this one? ICT teachers. Can you quickly, anybody ICT teachers here? I think there are a few ICT teachers as well. Can you just tell me what this would be? What this program would mean? Quickly. Anybody ICT teachers? Can you just raise your hands or just put a yes or something? Quickly. Yep. Please participate.
Sir,
Okay.
good
Yeah, go
evening,
ahead.
sir. Sir, I am not an ICT teacher, but I can guess the
Go ahead,
rules
please, by
that
all
it is
means. By
like
all
a
means.
flowchart in which a mathematical concept has been introduced, that how we can put, and a conditioning operator has been used, and according to that, the process will proceed.
Exactly. Which means that a valve is opening, something is opening when some percentage is reached. Correct? So this is a program where a valve is opening under the sensor sensing something and giving. Correct? Is that right? Okay, fantastic. So we have seen bio, we have seen chemistry, we have seen physics, we have seen mathematics, we have seen a computer program, right? Now, do you see this school? Can you all see this school? Yep. This is a government high school. What do you notice in the school? All of you. I'm sure you don't want to have a...
The garden is wilting away. They are dying.
Perfect. Right, Sandhya, very nice, very nice. Okay, tell me one thing, all of you. I've got quite a few of you here. Prachi, Nibedita, Mamta, Manvi, all of your teachers, right? Now tell me, have you ever got frustrated when you ask a question in the class and children don't answer? Tell me. कभी गुस्सा आया ऐसा, मतलब क्यों ये लोग क्यों नहीं आंसर कर रहे हैं, हम चुप क्यों बैठे हुए हैं, है ना? Why don't they speak out? है ना? वैसा ही गुस्सा मुझे भी आ रहा है. चलो, anyway, good. Thank you, Rabia, Betul. Okay, fantastic. So, what do you feel about? Please get in and start. Being a part of the discussion. You will enjoy it, right? So, yeah. So now this school. What can you say about this school? What's happening here? Our plants are wilting out. Correct. That's right. I agree. Ground is dry. Watering is not there. What else do you notice in the school?
Sir, I'm facing an internet problem.
Okay, no issues. Doesn't matter. Whenever you get time. Yeah. What do you feel? What is happening in the school? You don't see anybody around in the school, right? You don't see anybody around in the school means possibly this is a vacation period. So it's a government school. They can't afford a watchman or something like that, right? So it's a government school, right? And it has a garden, a project. Yeah, there is a garden which is there, but nobody is there to look after it, and it is a vacation period, right? So all plants are drying up, right? So that is a scenario. Now, this is a problem. This may not be the problem of only this government school. It could be your own school's problem also, right? Unless you have a posh school where you have a watchman or 10 people to water the plants, during the vacation period. But otherwise, this is a problem in every school, every common school, that during vacation period, all the plants starts wilting out, more so because it is summer holidays, right? So there is a problem. You have a bio teacher who understands it. You have a chemistry teacher who can help out. You have a physics teacher who knows something about mechanics. You have a maths teacher who knows how to calculate the flow, etc. And you have a ICT teacher who can help you write a program. Now, here you are integrating all these things together and creating a smart irrigation system with a soil moisture sensor, Arduino board, a breadboard, indication system, all tried out on Tinkercad, which is a simulator. After the simulator, you carry it out in a pot, in a single pot, that it will water the plants. Later on, you do a mass production which is the larger one which you see at the bottom left, and that can water your entire plant system from the internet using a smart system, something like this. You can see this now. This is controlled totally using your mobile phone over the internet. This is IoT. This is IoT. So this kind of smart plant watering system, you have a plant, you have a problem at hand, and you're finding out a scientific solution for that using Arduino boards, IoT, and all the teachers involved. This is truly STEM education, right? This is truly STEM education. Unfortunately for us, is the circuit connection is similar to the smart watering system which is in the photo? Yes, absolutely. So we have a circuit diagram, right? And we have a system which works, right? Exactly. Now here in this circuitry, what you're seeing here, you have an ESP32, but in the photograph which was shown of the previous photo, this one you were using an Arduino board. So that really doesn't matter, right? But the idea is to be conveyed. What the idea here is that this is combination of all physics, chemistry, maths, bio. Yeah. So no, there are a lot more things which needs to be connected to this. If you see the project which is done here, a person is pouring with the hand, right? So you can use what do you call that as a motor, and if you have to run the motor or a pump, actually not a motor, it's a pump. The pump which it runs will require a system whereby you have a power control system, right? Because you cannot give the same voltage to an Arduino board, it will burn down, right? It cannot draw so much of current. So all these issues are there. But what I'm trying to put across over here is that there is an idea, right, which can come from a STEM educated child, right? How many of you, obviously you must have seen this device. What is this now, all of you? What is this? I'm sure all of you know it, right?
Automated washing machine.
Washing machine. All of you have seen it, right? All of you have seen a washing machine, right? But have you seen this? Have you seen this in this form? No.
No, sir.
No, right? So this is a split open system. The entire thing is opened up, right? Now here you can show, imagine that you have a washing machine opened up like this and kept in your school, right? Now tell me, how many subject related topics can you teach from the washing machine in your classroom? Come on, quickly. What examples on which topic can you take it to the classroom in a washing machine?
Physics.
One, pardon?
Physics.
No,
mechanics,
exactly. In physics,
electricity.
what in physics? Centrifugal force, rotational motion. Yeah, fantastic. What else?
Electricity. Circuit.
Electricity. Fantastic. What else? Chemistry. In chemistry, what can you take to the classroom from here? Torque. Very good. Yeah. Amit.
Sensors.
Programming in ICT. Okay. Sensors. Force. Right? Maths. What can you do? Yeah. There is this fuzzy logic thing is there in this, which is all mathematics actually. Right?
Yes.
So which means there are soap as that, yeah, the missile formation, right? So critical missile concentration, CMC, right? Now tell me, how many of you have seen the front loading washing machine and the top loading washing machine? They have different detergents, yes or no? They
Yes,
both
sir.
have different detergents, correct? How many of you can tell me what is the actual difference? And have you seen that difference on the packet of that? We are using it, we are seeing it every day. This is what a STEM teacher should be doing. See science everywhere, right? take it to the classroom so that they are able to relate it, what happens. Yeah, it is written on the top loading packets. It is written down, but why the difference? Why can't I use a hand washing powder in my front loading washing machine? What will happen? I need to know that. So the moment you relate it to your subject and to what is happening in the house, your students will immediately pick it up. This is what is giving real life examples. Is that okay? There is a fan in your room now. There is a fan in your room, right? Look at the fan and see what direction it is rotating. Go to the next room and check what that fan is rotating. Go to the classroom and see what direction that fan is rotating. And you will find they are all rotating in the same direction. Why? Why can't they make a fan rotating in the opposite direction? Think about it. There is something to it, right? So these are things which you can carry. Now, what can you carry every week to your classroom? Okay, one interesting question. All of you. Are we ready? Are we ready, all of you? Participate. Roll. Okay. So, yeah. How many of you have changed the battery of your gas lighter? Sandhya. Yeah, Sandhya, you have raised your hand. Yes or no? How many of you have changed the battery of your gas lighter? No? Chitra, no? Okay. Not me? Okay, Sarita. So, in your lifetime, you have not changed the battery of your gas lighter, right? Every time you have only changed the lighter itself. Sarita says there is no battery. Absolutely right, there is no battery in it. Then from where that high voltage is coming? If you keep your finger in the front, you will get a deadly shock. It has got a horrible shock, right? From where does such high voltage come? Something worth thinking, right? That is there in your gas lighter, that is there in your mobile phone, that is there in your watch. What is it? What is piezoelectric crystals? Think about it, and then you will be able to take it to your classrooms, right? This is what, yes, there is no battery. That's right, Sabrine. So this is what is the modern teacher supposed to do, right? Think about it, right? Going further on, this washing machine itself is a STEM product. It is science, engineering, technology, and mathematics. Everything is present in it, right? How much of water, calculating the speeds, etc. Everything comes in mathematics, right? Now, NEP 2020 has changed the entire system of learning, right? It is all focusing on innovation, research, flexible curriculum, STEM for all, coding and computational thinking, scientific temper, technology in education, and all these things keep happening. But the point is, are we ready for it? Are we preparing ourselves for it? Right? In this manner, what I told you just now. Right? So in national education policy, experiential learning is given a lot of importance. Competency-based learning, multidisciplinary. What is this experiential learning? Experiential learning is actually breaking down that washing machine. Your school can buy a second-hand washing machine because there are a lot of this exchange things going on in the market. So go to one of those shops where they are taking things on exchange. Go there, buy one washing machine. It will cost you 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. Install it in your school. Split it open and show it to the students. Go to an electrical shop, buy a second-hand fan, open it up and show it to the students. That is experiential learning, competency-based learning, technology integration, critical thinking. These are the skills of tomorrow. Till yesterday, the teacher was a sage on the stage, right? Asking, do you understand what I'm saying? And tomorrow, it's going to be the guide on the side. What do you think? These are the questions which you will be asking, right? So this is a change that is going to take place. And the myth is we don't need expensive labs. It can happen with very cheap materials, right? Now, what I want you to do, all of you, is quickly, I'll just break you up into small rooms, right? and I want you to quickly, I'll just give you 2 to 3 minutes, or now that all of you are, very few of you are here, so we'll just do it like this only. What I want you to do is, if you have a pen in your hand, okay, you have a pen in your hand, I want you to open that pen, okay, take out the refill from it, okay, just do that. Yeah, open the pen, take out the refill from it. I want you to look at that and tell me how many STEM topics do you see in that pen? And just list out one by one, whatever comes to your mind first, just put it in the chat box. Capillary action. Are you using an ink pen, Amit? Pressure. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Shapes. Shape of the pen itself, shape of the refill, shape of the place where you hold your hand. Okay, fantastic. What else? Design, rotation. Rotation of motion, friction. How about chemistry teachers? Is there anything related to chemistry in that? Chemical ink. Fantastic. What about adsorption and absorption in chemistry? Surface chemistry, mixture of the dye, different types of pigments. Yeah, fantastic. Right? So what will be the speciality of that? Yeah, xylem and phloem tissues, right? Because the paper has got cellulose fibers in that. Surface tension. Amit, yeah, that's right. Perfect. So there is a lot of cohesive and adhesive forces. Fantastic. There's a lot of STEM just in that one pen which you have in with you. Right? Now, how can you start STEM tomorrow? Integrate it into your syllabus already which is existing. Solve a real problem. Challenge students to design a plan to conserve water or manage waste in your school. Create a tinkering corner in your school somewhere. Now, one of the challenges which the students are going to face over years is a shortage in water. So they have to start innovating methods of how to conserve water, how to use water judiciously, etc. Right? Now, building computational thinking from primary to middle school to secondary is something which is very, very important. Animate simple stories, and 6 to 8 standard program or a game simulation, and at the higher levels, coding and sensor-based projects. Right? Most important point, what teachers generally face or is going to face in the future is, how do you assess STEM related subjects? Right? Reflective journals, asking them to write their journals, and you will expect them to copy it from ChatGPT. Absolutely no problem. I'm for it. I'm perfectly okay with it. Right? Performance demos, project documentation, peer and self-assessment. All these are ways by which you can assess. There are a lot of people, there's a lot of debate going on whether should you allow children to use AI or not. Generally from 6th standard and above, AI should be okay. There should not be a problem. But how do they use it? That is what is important. The thinking process, what is essential is, like, suppose, let's say, for example, if you are asking them to design a smart irrigation system or a smart system where water can be controlled or reuse water, all that idea and brainstorming is happening in the classroom, right? But which all sensors are available that they can use AI? If they have to write a C++ code, right? A 6th standard student has got an idea, right, in the mind, but he's stuck because he doesn't know programming. He's not expected to do C++ programming. Use ChatGPT. Where is the problem? Right? So if you know the formula, right, 6 pi RT or 6 pi R eta square, whatever, you know the formula, you know what are the values to be put in. What is wrong in using a calculator? Why should you break your head on that? Because if you are using Vedic mathematics to do that calculation and another guy is using a calculator for doing the same job, what is the use? Right? You better use calculator. because the rest of the job is your brain's activity. Because in future, your brain should be doing what the machine cannot do. That is how you integrate the machine into your life, right? So once you leave, what you're doing right now is, most of the time when you're saying that we should not use AI, it is as if like a person is sitting in a railway compartment and keeping the suitcase on his head. You have an option to keep the suitcase down. Why are you keeping it on your head? Right? So here you can use AI for those tasks which your brain can now be relieved of. Let him do that mundane jobs. You do the creative thinking. So you have to prepare, right? You can use block-based coding. Fantastic. That's right. Early graders can use, but it is better that you use block-based coding, right? Instead of C++. You don't even need C++ now. Block-based coding is only to ensure that they do their logical thinking, right? Yeah. So what all are the skills that will help them for tomorrow? Critical thinking, problem solving, resilience and adaptability, future career readiness, collaboration, communication, innovation, entrepreneurship. These are the skills which they should have, right? What is one challenge? Yeah, debugging is a very important thing. What is one challenge your students face that you wish STEM skills could help them solve? What is that one challenge? Quickly, just put it in the chat box quickly so that we can move ahead with some hands-on activities. What is that one challenge your students face that you wish? Over dependence on phones. Yeah, fantastic. No, STEM skills. STEM skills. Creativity, problem solving ability, critical thinking, right? Yeah. Fantastic. Yes. Heavy bag, over dependence. Fantastic. I like that. Okay. So moving ahead. Now, this is something which I keep telling all teachers, right? Now, if I teach you how to make a bench, okay, or a table, I teach you how to make a table. You go to the class and teach the students how to make a table. And the students go out into the society and then start making tables. If this goes on, the entire world will be making tables only, right? But when I taught you how to make a table, my intention was to teach you how to use the tools. Table was only an example, right? So when you teach the students, you teach them how to use the tools so that they can make chairs and tables and cupboards and use their creativity. Unfortunately, what is happening in STEM education today is there is one ICT teacher in the school who has been given the in charge of STEM lab, and they have been given 4 projects, and the students are supposed to do that project using the programs which are existing, using the sensors which are existing. Where is the creativity in that? The entire aim of the creativity is lost. And I will show you some fantastic examples of that as we proceed. So STEM is not a separate initiative. It is the future of learning itself, right? So if all of you are ready, are we ready to do some hands-on quickly? All ready? All of you are with your computers, laptops, whatever. Ready? So let us quickly get on to, are we ready, all of you? Done? Okay. Now let us go ahead and go to Tinkercad. So what we're going to do now is I'll share the screen with you. I'll guide you through. I want you to quickly start working on this, right? So yeah. So what I want you to do now is that I want you to go to Google and search for Tinkercad. Okay, the faster you do it, the earlier we should be able to finish more number of projects, right? Or more number of examples. So the moment you reach here, what you got to do is click on Tinkercad. If you have an account, please log in. If you don't have an account, then just quickly open the account so that we can work on it. So you will get this screen when you click on Tinkercad. Are we ready, all of you? Have you reached till this? Just quickly, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that you are with me. Okay. So if you have reached till here, please give me a thumbs up, all of you. Okay, at any stage you want me to wait and hold, you can let me know. I'm there, I will help you out. No issues. Okay. Right. Yeah. So those of you who have an account can log in. Those who don't have an account can sign up. When you click on sign up on the top left right corner, you will come across this, right? Educators, students, and create a personal account, right? So if you do not have an account, you'll be clicking on create personal account. Yeah, fine. There is no issues, Jaydev. Absolutely. Perfectly okay. Right. So what you got to do is you have to create a personal account. Okay. Right. I will directly sign in and go into my account. Right. Right. I am going directly into my account. Once you sign in, you can log into your account. Okay. All right. So once you log in, you are going to come to this screen. Okay. And if you have reached till here, please, some of you at least can let me know that you have reached till here. You would have come to this screen. You may not see all the things which are there on my screen exactly like this, but you should get a create button on the top and you should get your profile and a white Tinkercad icon on the left hand top corner. Right? On the top, you will get a white color icon here on the top, right? Tinkercad icon on the top, left, right hand corner. Right. So if all of you are with me, what I want you to do is on the top, this particular software is a free simulation software. And why the simulation is required before you make any project? It's a good idea to simulate those things before and have failures there rather than spending money and burning down Arduino board and components like that. So once you reach here on the top, you have got a create button. Click on create. When you click on create, you will get three things: 3D design, circuits, and code blocks. So I'm interested in circuits. Click on circuits. Okay. Click on circuits. So it will open up something for you, right? Now look at the screen and you will find this screen coming up, right? So I'm not going into too much of depth of this, but what I want you to do is on the top, you will notice that at this point here, the Tinkercad icon has changed to a colored icon from simple blue and white. Just besides it, there is a name there. On the name, you will click and delete it and type trial. Okay, just say trial project or whatever. You can just simply say trial. You're just giving it a name and click somewhere outside. That's all. Done? Okay. Once you have done this up to here, right? Now, what you're seeing here is a workbench. In between, you got the workspace. And on the right side, you got all the components, right? So what I want to do right now is, yeah, Bhumika, you know what is Tinkercad, right? Fantastic. Very good. Right. So, yeah, I'm coming to that interesting thing. And Bhumika, because you know Tinkercad, okay, and for all of you, those who know Tinkercad, I have a small request to all of you that if you find that there is something new in this class, which you did not think about before, please let me know at the end of this. Is that okay? Is that a promise, Bhumika? Okay. Now, what you got to do is, for others, what you can do is, all of you, there is a 9-volt battery here on the side here. You can see this. I'm going to, from here, you can see the 9-volt battery. I'm going to drag it and place it here. Just drag it and place it here. Okay. Just drag it and place it here. I will click on this 9-volt battery and use this rotation tool. I'm going to rotate it. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to keep it somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, I can also zoom in and zoom out. I'm using my mouse roller to zoom in and zoom out. Okay. Now, what has happened is that Yeah, I've got one LED over here. There is one LED. I will click this LED and drag it here. In the LED, there is one anode and cathode. Anode and cathode. Anode and cathode. Anode is positive terminal here. Okay. So what I will do is I will click on this LED and flip it so that the anode matches with the red line. So it's just to prevent the crossing of the wire. That's all. So I will use a red wire from here. This is the top place I'm using the red wire from here. Click on this and drag down. Okay. To attach to this and click it here once again. You have to click here and click here. Now I will take this black one, click here, drag it down and click here. Now tell me once you have completed up to here. Tell me once you have completed up to here quickly. Just give me a thumbs up if you have done up to here. How to flip on the top when I click on this, either this battery or on the LED, either of these two, I'll click whichever I want to flip. And the top here, there is one mirror component. In the toolbar, there is one mirror component. Click on that, it will flip it for you. Done, Pooja? Okay, if all of you are done with this, what I want you to do now is, I want you to simulate this. How do you simulate this? On the top corner, there is one start simulation. You can see this on the top here, right? Start simulation. So when you click on this start simulation, you click on this and tell me what you have seen. So Bhumika can predict what would have happened. Yes, Bhumika, what do you think would have happened? Yes, it will burst without resistor. What has happened? Right? Your others, what do you see? You will see this coming up like this, correct? This is not lighting up. Anytime you see this in Tinkercad, be sure that component has burst. Okay? Right. So now you're explaining the student that this is not the way you connect it. Large current is going, so you need to resist the current. So what I will do is I will drag a resistor and put it here. Click on this, delete it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, if you click on that, it shows you what happens. Perfect. I'm perfectly okay with that. Now click on this, and then what I will do is I will take on this and connect it over here. Right? And then I will take this one, connect it here and drag it down here. Done, all of you? Okay. So in this way, I have connected a resistor. Done? All of you are okay? All of you are okay with this? Anybody, any doubts up to here? Now you click on start simulation and see what happens. You will see the bulb is glowing and it is not bursting. Done? All of you are clear? Any doubts up to here? Anybody, any doubts up to here? Okay, fantastic. If all of you have done this, up to here is okay for any person who knows Tinkercad. Now, have you noticed one thing? When there was no resistance, Bhumika, what happened? Jaydeep, what happened? When there was no resistance, what happened?
Sir, we are using 9-volt battery, but our LED consumes less volt.
Correct.
So we have to put the resistor.
Less
Power, 3 volt.
Less power, voltage, current.
Voltage.
Now, Jaydev has introduced one more thing, capacity. Now I got the fourth one also. Confused? Confused?
Yes, a bit.
Okay, okay, fine. Who is this? Who is this? Hello? Yeah, okay, fine. Now, yeah. Now, what I want you to do is, all of you, what I want you to do is, listen to this very carefully, okay? This is a very simple diagram and see the way you can use this in the class, okay? Creative thinking, problem solving ability, all these things can be used here. What we normally do is, we will tell them it burst. Here is a resistor. With the resistor, your bulb is glowing. Happy? Beta niklo. Class is over. This lesson is over. Go home. Tomorrow we'll do something else. No. No. Now tell me one thing. When this resistor was not there, okay, the bulb burst. When I put the resistor, the bulb is glowing. I want you to develop a method by which I will come to know what is the minimum value of resistance so that the bulb does not burst and the bulb is safe. I want the minimum value of resistance. How? I want you to design an experiment using this simulator such that you can find out what is the minimum value of resistance required for the bulb to glow safely. No, Amit, I want you to design an experiment. What will you do? What you can do is, when you click on this resistance, it tells you what is the value of resistance, 1 kilo ohm. So 1 kilo ohm means what? You are asking the child to convert this into ohms. And this is 1000 ohms. Is that clear? So 1000 ohms is safely running the bulb. So what do? I take a risk now and make this 500 ohms. When I make it 500 ohms, let us see what happens. Start simulation. The bulb is glowing. There is no problem. So 500 ohms is also okay. Now I'll click on this and see what is happening here. Okay, along with that, there is some change in the resistance colors also. Okay, now I will make this 250 ohms. Okay, what happens at 250? At 250, it is showing me an indication. Current through the LED is 27.3 milliamperes, whereas you need only 20 milliamperes. Now the child has to sit and calculate, okay, what resistance will give him 20 milliamperes, which means the resistance should increase or decrease. So the resistance should be between 250 and 500. So what I will do, I will make it 300 and see what happens. Still, it is not safe. So what I will do, I will make it 400 and see what happens. It is safe now, which means between 300 and 400 is the correct value. So I will make it 350 and see what happens. It is still safe. So shall I decrease it further to 325? 325, it is giving me a warning, which means 350 is a comfortable value of resistance, which will give maximum brightness. Is this understood, all of you? Bhumika, was this new? Tell me. Yeah, precisely. This is creative thinking and problem solving. They are designing an experiment to test, right? This will be useful to them in real world situations, right? So they will test in the simulator, they will find out ideas, and then this simple thing, I'm not talking much about it. Then you can tell them, design an equipment which will help us understand Ohm's law from this. Is that clear to all of you? Idea was not about Tinkercad. Idea was not about this circuit. Idea was what is creative thinking, how you can teach in the class. Done? All ready? Shall we move ahead? Are we ready for one more? Tell me, all of you. If you're all encouraged only, then I will be able to move ahead. Okay, I want to show you something new. Okay, thank you, Jaydev. That is what keeps me, otherwise shouting 2 hours is not a joke for a person who is now 59 years of age, right? Yeah. So I want your encouragement. Your chats will help me a lot. Right. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go to this. I want you to go to the screen, Google, and type in teachable machine. Teachable machine. I want you to type in teachable machine and click on this first one. Here you don't need any signing in or anything like that. You can go straight into it. Okay, teachable machine. So are we ready for the teachable machine? Right. So click on teachable machine. Just click on this, all of you, if all of you are ready with it. Right. And if you're got this teachable machine, I will click on get started straight away. Get started. Okay. Now in get started, you will find this image projects, audio project, and post project. I am now interested in image project. I'm clicking on image project. Okay. In the image project, you will find standard image model, embedded image model. So I'll go for standard image model. Click on standard image model. And you will get this screen. Tell me if you have got it, at least some of you. Yeah. Again, Jaydev, you have used it for several AI and robotics projects, correct? Arduino projects. Done? Okay. I want you to tell me now whether what I'm telling you now is new to you or not. Okay, Jaydev? Is it a promise?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Because if you tell me that no, sir, ye humko pehle se pata tha, then for my next session, I'm going to change it to something else. Okay. Right. So if you're ready, let's do that. Hai na? I like this. I like this session actually. Maza aa raha hai isme. All right. So because it's a challenge, like you tell me, no, sir, ye to humko pata hai. Then I will say, okay, I'll give you something new. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of my video and I will go on video into this. Okay. Just pay attention to this. What I'm doing now is I'm using my webcam. Click here on class 1. I'm going to change this class 1 to write open. Okay. And in class 2, I'm going to write close. All right. Open and close. Right. Then I will switch on my webcam. Okay. I will switch on my webcam. The webcam is on. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my hand open and click on hold to record. Hold to record. Okay. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep it like this. And I'm going to take about 30 photographs. Right. All in this way. Right. Okay. I want about 30 photographs. Okay. So I have shown it 30 photographs approximately. Okay. Right. Next, what I'm going to do is I will go down in the closed. I will click on webcam. Right. And I'm going to hold to record and I'm going to show this as my closed fist. Right. Closed fist. Right. And I'm going to show it all around with my closed fist. Right. All this is also closed for me. I'm going to show this also as closed only. Okay. All this is closed. Okay. Once we have done with this, I've taken about 30 photographs. More number of photographs you take, the better it is. But because it is going to take a lot of time, so I'm just limiting it to that. And then click on train model. Train model. Click on train model. Now it is preparing the training data. So whatever data you have given it now, all these 30 pictures, 30, 60 pictures, it is using it for training it. Okay. And once it is using it for training, it'll just take a bit of a time, a little bit. And then now it is doing something called as epoch. Okay. It is doing something called as epoch. That is number of times it is going to go through these pictures. So the machine is learning now. The machine is learning. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it a closed fist. Okay. It is showing closed. If I say open, now see what happens. It is showing open. I say do this one. It is now confused. And then it is showing closed, open, closed, open, closed. It has started detecting it. Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear? Right? Now, yeah. So you have taught the machine what open and what closed means. And you are then giving it a case and telling it what is this. So it is then detecting that it is open. Okay? It is then detecting that it is open or closed, whatever, depending upon. Now tell me, where can this be used? The fingerprint on your mobile phone is exactly this one. Right? When you put your finger, initially you had trained the machine by putting your finger at different locations. What I did was I used both my fingers, thumb fingers, right? So that it will detect both of them. So I trained it with prints from both fingers. So any of the finger can be used to open my phone. Right? So you are training it, right? It is a teachable machine. Right? So from that, right, the machine will learn. And then now what is one use case scenario for this? What I did was, and this is what you have to ask your children, right? You have taught them this whole thing. Tell us where you can use it. So what you do is you feed this with a number of pictures of plant leaves, flowers, animals, etc. And then you take this program. Yes, you can detect crop diseases. Fantastic. What I did for this was I had a problem with my hand, right? There was a skin problem. What I did was I took pictures from the internet of a number of skin disease problems, right? And then I fed it into teachable machine. And then when I had an itching on my hand, I shown it onto the screen and it could tell me what the problem was. Isn't that a great medical application of this? Yes or no? Right? You can get such ideas from your students by teaching them this teachable machine. It is for them. You are telling them the tools. You are teaching them how to make the table. They will go out and make cupboards and chairs and other things. Get my idea? Is that clear to all of you? I wish all of you are getting this point. Yes or no? Right. So in this way, you will be in a position to be able to use teachable machine or Tinkercad and things like that for doing some experiments. Now we also have a drone block simulator, but unfortunately we don't have much time with us left out now. So I'll just quickly go through this. I want you to solve this problem, all of you. I want you to solve this problem quickly. There are some boys and girls in the class. 1/4 of all boys and 1/7 of all girls got A grade in the exams. Total number of students in the class is so much. Total number of people who got grade A is so much. What is the number of boys in the class and girls in the class? Quickly. How would you solve this normally? Maths teacher, somebody can tell me how you would solve this normally. Yep. Fractions. How would you solve this normally? By using equations, right? Yeah, I will send you that. I will give you that. No, it needs a password and all those things. I need you to go through that whole thing. It's about drone blocks, right? Drone blocks. Right. So yeah, you will use linear equations and then solve this equation. Right now, just look at this. Look at this now. You can take two. It says 1/4 of all boys and 1/7 of all girls. So you're taken two strips of paper and split one into 4 and one into 7. The total of that is 116. And 1/4 and 1/7 total gives you 23. Another 1/4 and 1/7 gives you total 46. Next 1/4 and 1/7 gives you 69. Another 1/4 and 1/7 gives you 92 total, right? What is left out is 3 pieces, and those 3 pieces total makes 24, right? Because 116 minus 92 is 24. So one piece will be 8, and 7 such pieces are there, total 56, right? And 116 minus 56 is 60. So 60 is the total number of boys and 56 is the number of girls. That is your answer. No linear equations, nothing of that type. It is only visualization. This is visual mathematics, right? So if you teach your students like this, right, they will be able to visualize what is the meaning of 1/4 and 1/7, right? And that is the application. Unfortunately, we teach them that in the junior classes, but we never help them apply it and don't allow them to apply it in the class. That is the problem, right? Can you subtract this straight away? Can you subtract it? Simple. Just put 2 lines like this. That is it. 72 minus 36 is 36. 100 minus 75 is 25. 4 minus 2 is 2. And that's your answer. Simple. But the challenge here is to do this, you have to develop it on your own. Suppose if this was 2275, what rule would you apply? Right? How would you subtract it if it was 227536? That I'm leaving it to you. Right? Think it over. Now, what we need here is, okay, this is cloud formation. I would have shown you an experiment. I'm just, okay. So are you all excited for more? Yes or no? I know that there is no much time left out. We are running out of time. And I wish you have enjoyed this entire session. We at Up Educators, we introduce you to the entire STEM concept step by step. And I will be your instructor for STEM program, which we have, right? Taking you through the steps in 2 main programs, STEM Certified and STEM Robotics Teachers. We give you the entire structure of 6 modules in 2 months, thrice a week, online live sections, which are all video-based projects with 70% hands-on. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 8:30 to 10 p.m. All live sessions, practical practice of at least 8 hours is what is expected. And the most important part is how do we go about it? Orientation, AI tools. We give you all the AI tools like Google Gemini, Google AI Studio. Then you have what do you call that as Google Notebook LM, now attached to Gemini already. STEM pedagogy teaching like design thinking, innovative, creative thinking, project-based learning, inquiry-based learning, Tinkercad simulation projects. We have got about 8 to 10 of them. Arduino-based projects on Arduino R4 Wi-Fi. Hands-on STEM projects, IoT projects, at least 4 to 5 of them. Robotics projects are there where you make robotics. Classroom implementation activities, specific classes for STEM teachers specifically, right? And okay, 2024, Bhumika, great. Love to see you here again. Thank you, Bhumika. So how did you like it, Bhumika? Final assessment and certification, right? So Google Canvas, Google Gemini, project-based learning, designing killer experiments. Yeah, fantastic. I'd surely be able to help you. I'd surely be able to help you, Jaydev. You can always contact me. You can put in the WhatsApp group or can contact one of our admins and I'll be there to help you out. We've got a lot of hands-on activities going on like waste management system, what do you call that as AI, AI dustbin. Then there is the DHT, that is digital humidity and temperature sensors, smoke detectors, soil moisture detectors, and humidity sensors, something like this, which will be working on the IoT platform. Then you have ultrasonic radar system, light following robot, Bluetooth. This is a light following robot that we have. This is part of our project, right? And then we have this radar system using ultrasound sensor. We have joystick controlled robots, right? And STEM strategies include DIY in science teaching, analytical thinking, decision making, DIY in maths, introduction to DIY in STEM. Very important point. We have got a masterclass on NASSCOM certification, right? you get a NASSCOM certification, which is a government accredited certification, right? And there is something very interesting about this, which I will be just telling you, right? Then we have drones, where again, I will be your instructor for drones. I'm a drone DGCA certified drone pilot and drone instructor, right? So we'll be actually assembling a drone and flying it, right? You will be assembling it and you will be flying the drone in your house under my guidance, right? So you will be getting the entire kit. Okay, you will get the kit. It is a 8-session program, right? Which is an add-on. So certification that you get will be accredited by STEM.org. Participation certificate you get. And you get now, Bhumika would not have got it, but you can also apply for this certification. You will have Advanced AI for Educators certificate course, not Advanced AI, this is a Certified STEM teacher certificate from NASSCOM. But there is something surprising at the end of this session, what you get on from NASSCOM, right? You also get a certificate issued by Intel on professional development, right, at the end of the course. And what is your investment going to be? For certified STEM teachers, it is about 13,900 plus 18% GST. In this, you have a 4,000 rupees STEM and IoT kit you get in case if you join it in next 2 days, and the class is starting from 29th July. And as far as certified STEM robotics is concerned, the fees is 15,900 because there are a few modules extra in this. And you get a 6,000 rupees kit free of cost in case if you're joining in the next 2 days. The class is starting on 29th July. This is the drone kit. Now this drone is shown here fully assembled, but this will come to you as in a totally broken up pieces, and that you will have to fit it together. The drone kit costs around 2,500, but the total cost of the course is only 3,000 rupees, and you get this kit free of cost, right? You will be assembling the entire thing, right? And you will be test flying it. And you will be studying about all the rules and regulations about drones, Government of India rules, regulations. You can ask your mentor, Jaydev, you can ask that, absolutely, right? Fine. You can visit upeducators.com website for further details. And there are quite a few other courses as well, which we have. You can surely go down to the thing, to the website and check for it. Now for the most important part, what is the surprise that I was talking about? The surprise is that you get a reward of 2,500 rupees on clearing the NASSCOM exam. This is a GOI grant, Government of India grant, when you clear this, because the government is right now encouraging people to be STEM literate, right? So take advantage of that. To the best of my knowledge, what I have been told, don't take my word, this 2,500 is being changed to 5,000. Okay, don't take my word, but this might come up soon in the next maybe 10 days or so. The announcement will be there for this, but right now it is 2,500, right? So you get a refund of this. Basically, it's a reward which you get. The fees part will be reduced by again so much, right? So yeah, I will just put in a link in your chat box right now. Please fill up that link so that you can get your certificates immediately, and you can let me know. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'll just put this in your chat box. Yeah, here comes your form. Kindly fill up the form. And in the meanwhile, by the time you fill up, I would be glad to get your comments. You can switch on your mic and tell me how did you like this session and what could be done better. Yep. Could you gain some information, something which is new, which you did not know before? Jaydev, Bhumika, everybody. Was
Sir,
it
actually, today I was not able to join from the beginning.
okay?
I was busy. I joined at 9 o'clock
Okay.
after the Tinkercad. So I cannot give the proper review, but yes, I am very much, I want to join again. If
Oh my God,
this
that's great,
is
Bhumika.
conducted back.
I like that, and that should be an example for everybody else. Bhumika is the one who has already done the course and want to join us again, and we would love to have you with
Because,
us.
sir, frankly speaking, I am really, really satisfied in 2024. I
Okay.
learned everything. I was new to the robotics, but the
Okay.
kit was nicely assembled and everything properly tag on it, and it was very, very easy for me to assemble robots and everything.
Fantastic.
And sir, one query was there that
Yeah.
you were telling about the NASCOM certificate.
Correct.
So for that, I have to again join this course if I want that certificate.
As you were already our student, you can do one thing. You must be having Vedant sir's number with you,
Yes,
right?
I have Vedant Sharma number as well as Manju
He
ma'am's
is the
number.
right person. He is the right person because he's dealing with NASCOM directly.
Okay, okay, then I'll ask him. I have his
Yes,
number.
yes, yes. And but what you have to do is,
Yes,
once
sir.
you take the permission from him and he gives you the further details of it, you
Okay,
can also ask him when we are going to conduct the master class because we take one class for revision.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sandhya madam, this course is for that only. Okay, this is faculty training only. We don't teach students. We don't teach any students. We teach only teachers. Acha, you mean for JEE and NEET or for robotics?
It's for JEE and NEET.
Sandhya, you are a JEE and NEET teacher?
No, I teach 11th and 12th CBSE students, but I have not got any faculty training program for JEE and NEET coaching.
Okay, fine. So anyway, as far as JEE and NEET physics and chemistry is concerned, you can personally contact me. I will help you out whatever way I can. We don't have a specific program for teaching that, but I can help you based on my experience. Is that okay?
Yeah, sir, fine.
But the reason why I left in 2024, I decided to leave, and 2026 April, I literally left. Teaching JEE and NEET is for a simple reason. Another 3 years or 4 years, all tuitions are going to be packed up. So if you are into tuitions, it's high time for you to diversify and get into STEM robotics.
Yeah,
right?
that's very
Because
helpful, sir. Thank you.
because the JEE and NEET, all those, because you see what is happening today itself, right? People
Yes.
are all getting fed up of this and the kind of competition which is happening in the country. Children are also getting fed up, and STEM and the way NEP 2020 is designed. Let me tell you one interesting factor about this NEP 2020. When this document was being prepared, the fundamental ground of this document was to ensure that coaching classes are shut down. That was the premises given to NEP 2020 कि ये रखो नीचे और इसके ऊपर develop करो. So program should be made such that all coaching classes are shut down. That was the aim, right? Because in our country, we cannot shut down coaching classes by a law. It is not possible. In China, it is possible and they have done it. This is another way of doing it. So over a period of time, things are going to change. So this is the time for you to get into STEM education, right? So keep that in mind.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. But in any way, if JEE and NEET any help required, I'm there for you. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Yeah. How do I contact you, sir? I don't have your
My
number.
number will be, you're there in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in that, my number will be there, Gangadharan.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right. So it is. Thank you very much. Thank you all. If you have got your
Excuse me, sir.
certificates,
Excuse me, sir.
somebody can put it into your chat box. Yeah. Bhumika, tell me.
Sorry, sir, I joined late, so I just want to know your good name.
T. Anil Gangadharan.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. So if all of you liked it, please put in your chat box. Put it in the. If you have filled up the forms. Certificate received, if anybody can put the certificate into the chat box, a picture of that, it would be nice. Okay, thank you, Sandhya. You have put it in the chat box. Okay, good. Okay, fine. Thank you all very much. Those who have got the certificates can leave and please give your comments. Right, once you get your certificates, please, yeah, that's nice, great. Thank you, Prashansi. Thank you, Ankita. Wish all of you have learned something new today, and that was my aim. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Bethel. Thank you,
Hello,
Sandhya.
sir.
Yeah, hello, who's this? Yeah, Jaydev, tell me.
Yeah, sir, it was very informative and the use case of Tinkercad, I love it. I have
Thank you.
used Tinkercad and teachable machines, but the
Yes,
usage of Tinkercad, I just loved it. And
thank
would
you.
love to connect with you to share thoughts.
Sure, 100%. I'll be
Yeah,
available. No issues. Okay.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. The session was interesting. Thank you, Mamta. Thank you, Sabrine. Uh, thank you, Sabrine. Wish to see all of you in the sessions in the drone. In the drone
So I
and
just wanted to thank you by speaking, not just
thank
in
you.
the comment,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
because I am new to teaching. I'm not that vocalized. Like, I'm a new teacher right now. I
Okay.
just have a 2.5 years in a teaching. But this attending this session, it is my such a wonderful investment. I have learned a lot. It has opened my mind a lot. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you.
And today I realized that after a very long time, I feel like I'm a student, and I still have a teacher who will teach me.
Sure.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. I'm glad that I could motivate you, and you should push this to your students as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Become a great teacher. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So I wish all of you have got your certificates. I only wish I could. Yeah, I will send the feedback link once again. Just 1 minute. I will just send this feedback link again. Yeah. There you are. Yeah, Jaydev, I've sent this feedback link once again. Right. So you will get the recordings as well. In the group, in the WhatsApp group, you will get the recording also. Okay. You can see it again. No problem. Thank you all very much. Bye for now. If there's anything else you can ask, I am ready to answer your questions. Yeah, recording will be there. It will be you will get it in the group. Okay. Thank you all. Bye for now.